It's real life. It's real life. What you gotta say? Ain't no games being played. We on a mission, so it's.
Well, some say sex sells, and in that case, the knowledge is free 99.
I lay wigs and bitches, so don't play.
You gotta be quick when you enter my court. Next.
I'm an acquired taste, so if you don't like it, acquire some taste.
I'm the royal king of this castle.
I'm gonna put my clothes in the bag and get on this road. So let's do that. Yeah. We finna get this show on the road. Okay? Gassed up. Car on fuck it. Altitude on fuck it too.
Honey, he stay cutting. Anybody.
Okay. Period. Sure. Period.
So where everybody else at?
Honey, they called me talking about
Seasons 1, 2, and 3.
They told me they was on their way.
They in the history books.
Definitely. It's while we sitting here waiting on the girls, I guess we can play cards and it's some gospel going on. Just bring your ass down here because you ain't nobody king or queen. You ain't no queen down here. So
you know what? For the moment, I will move.
Come on.
But I will also learn my territory.
So you pissing.
Leave your phone there because you the joker of the court.
Joker? Queen.
Ooh. Queen what?
Queen, period.
I just thought it would be great to go. One, because I never went to New Orleans before. I always wanted to go because of the food and the experiment, the dancing and stuff like that. So I really wanted to go, and I thought it would have been nice for us to come together.
But it was a man in a hoodie, rainbow hoodie, with razor bumps.
Oh, wait a minute.
It was a
man. No, she. Let me be politically correct.
Please.
Trans woman.
My heart, like.
Well, I don't know what she want to be identified as because she said she don't want to cut her dick off.
So catch me up. What happened at the slumber party?
Catch me up from 3 weeks ago.
I came in.
Let's go back to 5 weeks ago after the fucking clothing line event that we didn't see no clothes.
They were on the rack.
I saw girls in clothes.
They were on the rack. One rack that was.
I saw kids dancing to inappropriate songs.
And I saw a granddad in an oversized t-shirt, in a tight ass t-shirt. Looking like somebody cowboy.
Where's my fan?
I'm dead. Who you talking about? His father?
Yes, he that was not his father.
I didn't even see who he was. The way we act. We never heard of y'all. We heard bad things about y'all.
But you know what? So this is just true tea, and I hope this don't come off as shade, but like so when he was telling us that his family doesn't support him, you know, that was one thing. I was like, well, that's kind of fucked up. But then to learn that your family is actually there in your clothing, you know, basically they're your team. I'm like,
that what made me mad about that.
So
something ain't adding up. Either they support you or they don't.
Which one is it?
I mean, you straight out them like
both. Because Gerald is the same person that told you to pursue your dream, even though your family was not supporting you. So even though Gerald had an outburst at the event, I was under the impression that you understood the context of the conflict as opposed to just having a desire to be messy.
Because you shut it down and they were the only ones in the right side of the t-shirt that looked like, besides Maliek. And nobody, he gave us all oversized. He gave me an extra large t-shirt. Do you remember when he asked us what our t-shirt size was? I didn't remember. Do you remember? No, do you remember? No, yes, he gave me an extra large t-shirt. Then he like, oh, I'm sorry. Then he gave me a large t-shirt. I definitely donated both of them shits at the event. We want to others as we want done to ourselves. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. Heard.
So y'all done? Y'all playing?
We're good. How are you?
Lord, let me tell you,
I'm
Lord.
great.
Bear with me. I don't have no. I'm just here.
Can I
At this point,
get that leg and that hot sauce?
Lord, at this point, I'm just here.
My plate right there.
Oh, you want this one?
Yes.
Let me have that one then.
No, your plate is right there.
Wait, what are we?
Oh, I didn't. Man, actually, Jamie and Xavier, I got a bone to pick with both of y'all because I was at Malik's housewarming and he said that both of y'all was supposed to be there.
Oh, so
And then he tell y'all what happened?
No.
then he canceled it because of the water? Or they get an eviction?
Huh?
Evicted?
No, it's about what happened with me as far as
What happened
why I
with you?
couldn't- Why I can make it. Before I walked into Malik's house, I understood why he should have kept his mouth closed about Jerome.
I went to the bathroom. I put the cold water on, put the hot water on.
I didn't say nothing. I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
I walked out. No, listen. I walked out. I went to the sink. The sink was stopped up. I had to use this one side of the sink. Then the bathroom was clogged. I went up to the second floor bathroom and there's a garbage bag around a shower head. I said, all right, well, I mean, I guess one of the faucets will work. Maybe on my way out. Maybe the outside. Maybe the hose will work. It was out there. It was some hamburger and noodles, some type of macaroni dish that was outside. But the way it was positioned, you know how like you might set a dish out like for your dog or your cat, like outside and we feeding like outside animals. That's what I felt like it was. And his apartment was facing the woods, so I assumed that they was just, feeding the wildlife or something. I don't know.
Well, in his defense, I will say that they're just moving that unit.
Yes.
Because they were in another unit.
Yes, you want salsa?
I don't know
Cool,
what,
great.
but I do know they just transferred, so.
But
you
he
know,
said
They
he
need
could
to transfer somebody's name for that water bill.
The fact that this was brought up and you felt that it was okay, the fact that you felt that it was okay to put this out in front of a large group of people pisses me the fuck off. At no time do I feel like it's okay to divulge that.
When I'm thinking about Gerald and Jerome, when I'm thinking about them, her, whatever, I'm thinking like, okay, these boys tell a lot of tea. Carrie can't tell her tea to know the them. Not that I want to hide my tea, but something like deep personal. I can't go to them because what are they going to do? They're going to spill it on the table.
I do have a question. Not to cut you off, but I do have a question for you. You might know this question, but you said he wasn't one.
Oh no.
What's the difference between, and I'm not being funny, I really want to know, what's the difference between an escort and a prostitute?
Prostitute, I see they walk the streets. That's full to industrial.
You said they what? They
walk the streets. Full to industrial. It's like they on the street corners. So escorting, you are in a hotel, you're in your house, and you back page. So you're not going out in the streets. They come to you. They
You do have
text
some
you.
outcomes.
Yeah, if you want to accept, but I'm saying you're not out, walking on the street and being like, hey, this is me. You in your house back paging, and they're calling you in calls, out calls, that type of stuff.
So
That's how
what
I see it.
made you go into this field of
Because-
comfortable of doing it?
All right, coronavirus. I used to work at the airport. I'm still kind of on board as a unit manager. Okay, we didn't know when one was getting unemployed. We didn't know what was going on. You laid off. I'm like, what to do?
You said you was doing what before?
Working at the airport.
Okay.
And then this guy hit me up a grounder. He was like, oh, you can do this to make this. I was like, okay, cool. Why not? So that's what.
And you felt comfortable?
Yes.
And how long you been doing it now?
6 March.
And you haven't worked a regular job since March?
No, I haven't. Since unemployment came in.
Somebody's
plus
making
that-
money.
No,
Okay.
that's not.
Because I mean, it's like he was doing it for free.
I am a job. I don't work jobs. I am a job.
First night, everybody was going around trying to, meet everybody. I think everybody known everybody except for me. So they was asking, what do you do? Where you from? Da 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 da. All these questions. Okay, what do? I escort. Period. Point blank. Who? That's what I do.
going on? Hey. Everybody wants to tired. Put your feet away. Put your nails on. Let's get it. Let's go save kids. Get this over with so we can kumbaya. So we can go see the mall. And
so we still gonna go see the kids?
well, sort of, not really, but
we're gonna drive by and dog.
Sure. School drive. This is really gonna be a school drive. School and drive past.
Okay, well that's cute.
Sure. Let's get it.
And 14 years later, they still work together. So the reason why I really want to go is because maybe I can take this group, since we're a new group and we're new friends, maybe we can go to New Orleans and actually come together and build a relationship with each other and bring all our philanthropist stuff together. Honey, did that go together? It did not even go that way.
Jamie, this is Miss Melissa. I've been talking to Miss Melissa for the past 2 months now, almost. I feel like she is definitely a role model for me now. Somebody I could go to because the experience and how she was telling me about the history about Hurricane Katrina, but not even that, about their shelter every day. The women, kids, and man shelter, you know, I've been talking about for a long time, just giving back to the kids and everything. So unfortunately, we couldn't get to do anything with kids because of the incident. So I just wanted to make sure I touch base with Miss Melissa, at least get back what we do.
We appreciate it.
I wanted to, we didn't communicate enough. I wanted to make sure I met you, bring some stuff. Let Jamie know more about your shelter and what you do and how long you've been here.
So the shelter was actually started after Hurricane Katrina. There was a grassroots shelter that was sort of in operation for women and children. Nobody had a safety net. So all of the social service agencies in the city, you know, their staff, just kind of like right now with COVID, everybody's in the same boat, everybody needs help. So this was this little citizen-led shelter, and there was a volunteer there whose mom is actually the founder of our shelter. So he was working with the shelter. He said, hey mom, you have social service background, social work background, can you come and help them? And she quickly became lead volunteer. And then at some point, funders started to pull out of New Orleans, right? Because it was like, it's time for y'all, it's been a couple years, go forth and be great. And then, you know, we're still facing effects today from Hurricane Katrina. But we understand they had to lose. So they left, and Jackie Silverman, who is our founder, said, look, I'm not gonna let this shelter go away because it's needed. And what you see then was a 5-bedroom shelter, really just shelter and meals, basic services. And today, you know, some 13 years later, we've now got, you know, a 14, 15 bedroom shelter that is serving not just women and children, but whole families, single father-led families. And it's not just shelter and food, which costs nothing. Nothing here costs our residents anything. Everything is free for them. So it's also helping getting jobs, getting your children back to school, case management services to help you address some of the things that made you become homeless in the first place. And then we help our families find affordable housing when they're ready.
Maliek came to me as a friend, you know, knowing me, hey girl, what's going on? And so he actually said that me and Jerome and Gerald should have a conversation. Unbeknownst to me, they already had planned to have a conversation with me. So I'm like, okay, even better.
We're like the discrepancy is coming in with you with the whole thing. Because we had all sat up and talked the one day when Maliek was present and not present. And the day that he had came to Butler Park when I was training, he seemed upset that, you know, Gerald had something to say about him, and Gerald was talking shit about him and this and that and this and that. And I had expressed to him, I said, well, Jamie has said something about you too. You still friends with Jamie, and he probably knows or has told you that he said these things. I didn't, at the time, I don't know. I still don't know. Because I don't know what conversation was had, but I did express that. I said, Jamie has said things too. Are you mad at Jamie? And I don't know
your side of things at this point because I haven't talked to you about it until now.
But, and then I also want to say what I think is another thing what Jamie used to say in the past, because he had a relationship, like me and Apollo, us had a relationship, so we talk to each other, so they have a relationship, so they talk to each other. Right. But so that's why I was like, when the comment of, okay, well, he don't have shit either, I think when it was said to me,
that's why I see what I see.
But so starting from like he don't have shit either, like I was not present for that conversation. But
No, that's what you said.
when
We were at Cheese House.
Jamie is like a news reporter too. Like he's very much that person that's gonna like tell you something as if like he was unattached to it. Like he's very much like, oh well, this person said this and that, this and that. Like, what part did you have in running that back to Maliek? That's what I want to know.
But I'm low key over it because we in New Orleans, girl. We here to have a good time. We here to see eat some really good seafood and drink. So let me bring some context.
And I don't think you meant it in a bad way because I was like, what I said was, I'm like, I can't believe this nigga said I don't have shit, like, or I don't have this or that. And you just like, what's you don't have shit either.
Yeah, it was no. So when I was speaking of that, it was solely like of him like just being new to Atlanta and not really, because if you're moving to any place, I mean, unless you got it like that, I mean. You don't have stuff in your place. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, not that you don't have the means to do it, but like in transition, moving to a place, even if you're in the same city, more times than not, unless you keep all your old shit, you're not really gonna have shit. And so I don't want that to be taken, into context as we just talking shit about it. But that's not what it was. That was just us in plain conversation. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah.
Like this kind of, I feel like what we have is, I feel like us, we can talk wrong. We can be grown men and we can get over it. But it is one more thing that he did say that kind of rubbed me a little wrong way because for some reason, Maliek is really throwing daggers and really upset with me about a bunch of things that I have not said, done, or whatever. But he basically threw you under the bus, not trying to talk about him or nothing like that, I'm not trying to have you on our side or against, I'm not trying to do that. What I'm trying to do is just be real. I mean, what he did say was that you said that I put you up to saying that he had OnlyFans.
Jamie know what the deal is. Jamie know I didn't set him no damn pack. Jamie knows that I didn't sit there and call him and did no whole clout shit. Because one thing about Gerald, I don't have to go. One thing about me, it's like Instagram. I'm not the type of girl who worries about having likes on Instagram. I could care less. I'll be happy if I had one like on my Instagram and it's from me. I could care less.
But I also think that if Jamie's gonna avoid conflict, then he needs to keep his mouth shut about shit that he's not willing to substantiate.
Girl, and I know there's about to be some drama because you girls want to this is the vibe that I was getting because remember all along I didn't see how shit then played out. So I'm like, girl, it's my turn. Had a conversation. That was my idea. Like we had a conversation about it, but it was more so me thinking, let me bring up the OnlyFans because we have that relationship. It would be better coming from me. And so I don't know how that was translated. I told him that. And
you are grown and you don't take sides. And like I said, I do apologize for putting you in the middle of it, but at the same time, that's just me. Yeah. If I'm mad about something, I'm gonna be mad about something. I'm gonna talk about everybody in my mouth.
Well, I kind of said this with Maliek, like going forward, like I do want to, I came into this group not wanting to take sides, especially after meeting him, especially after learning he was part of the group. I was like, we have a working relationship, but we don't have much of a friendship like that. We do have a friendship-ish, but it's not strong as our working relationship. And so I came into this group with the mindset of of course, branching out, meeting, y'all and stuff like that. And so, surprisingly, we have a really, really good conversation. Jerome was very transparent with me. Gerald was very transparent with me, and they said how they felt, and I told them, you know, my stance on things. And we had a really in-depth conversation, and we became closer after that. Like, I respect, like, if you got a problem with me, girl, put me aside. Regardless of how I feel, put me aside. Girl, come to the source, come to me. And so they could have been those girls that people paint them out to be, and like painted a whole false narrative, and you know, but they didn't do that. They put me aside, and I was like, okay, girl, let's go. I can fuck with y'all. I think going forward, like, I don't think it's gonna be issues with him when I go forward, because we talk shit. Like I was telling, I don't know who I was telling, but I was like, oh, me and you talk almost every other day.
We do. If I was doing nothing wrong, I'm talking Jamie.
Yeah. Look at how it could have, you know, been portrayed. It looked like I was playing both sides. And I may even beg to, you know, agree that I may have been playing both sides. But honestly, I was just trying to stay neutral. My friend over here is going through turmoil and just like in the mud, in the quicksand, trying to fight his way out. And then you got these, you know, new group of people who also don't really know him like that, but also have an idea of who they think he is. And so I'm just trying to, you know, hey, this is what's going on, Maliek. Hey girls, Maliek is not like that person. You know, just really trying to bridge the gap. But looking back on it, girl, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. If I can read these other girls, I can read myself, girl. It looked like I was playing both sides, so. Eventful day, I must say, in New Orleans. You know, me and Zay kind of just take some time to kind of like catch up, you know, see what's going on, kind of catch up with it, and just recap or whatever. It was then that Zay kind of let me know that it was some things being said about my home, and honestly, he didn't really go into detail as much as I would have liked him to. Lord God, we come to you as humble as we know how, Lord God, asking you to bless this food that has been prepared, bless the hands that prepared it, bless the souls that will intake, Lord God, and thank you for allowing us to gather. You, they say when two or more gather in your name, then it's a reason to party. So, Lord God, we want to, you know, thank you, and hopefully we keep all of the blessings and good energy amongst this table, at this table. In Jesus' name, we do pray. Amen. 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 Oh, ain't nobody else. We don't even pray with amen anymore. What's going on? So it's hot.
Shut the fuck up. Give people a chance. I like to pray after people get done pray. I have to do my own.
Oh, you know, my mom does that.
She just threw me off. Some salad first. I made it specially. For you. So tasty.
Let me pray over that first.
Real quick. You was tearing out that rice yesterday. I put too much water in.
Baby, why? This is cut, girl.
What did Carrie? He was tearing out that one.
Enjoying New Orleans.
New Orleans was great.
I know I didn't get to see you guys when I made it in last night. Well, I actually saw you, Jerome, at the restaurant. A little bit.
That was
fun.
I missed it. I was getting late. That was so much fun.
I was out. I can't believe I saw you there.
I was like, who is this guy?
Out of all these restaurants, see Xavier there.
What restaurant was it?
What? I can't remember. What's it called?
Somebody.
Some French name. It was a French name.
I guess in mind, I don't know what it was. It was cute or whatever.
Spicy.
Got some good food up in there. Food and everything. Drinks. Y'all know how we went to Louisiana Bistro, whatever? It kind of literally reminds me, like, it's so crazy, it just reminds me of that, because I saw the hurricane drink.
That's what the waiter was trying to get us to get. That's what y'all got.
So,
Hurricanes, that's what she was talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, we see all this stuff in our city, so I want to see what it's like in this city.
Oh, and they buy you? They buy you?
Yeah, yep. Yeah. It was really, I ain't gonna say, it was nice. The drinks they get
service
you.
was my question.
We can go anywhere.
How, like, when you do your job, do it like hotels, like a Ritz-Carlton? Is that fancy guarantee? Like a Ritz Carlton, is that good? They got money.
I get the room. They got me.
So you do income?
I don't. No income. No
Right.
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
No.
You do income.
Unless they making deposits $6 million for Uber.
Right. Now what if somebody be like, baby girl, meet me at the Motel 6.
Uh-uh.
I heard. But the Ritz Carlton.
You can come to me though.
Heard. Would you ever do a double up?
Always.
Not meaning you with another girl.
Oh no.
I'm gonna say I
won't because you ain't about to.
But they fall out eventually. So what is your definition of a double up then?
Like,
Oh, I didn't know what he was talking about. He was talking about like group play.
Yeah, that's group play.
But not with another TS, with another.
Oh, okay. So you want to be the only TS. Okay.
So you
Wait.
multiple dates
got
at
there?
one time, not multiple dating.
Heard.
What aggravated me was you asked me that question last night with the same people here. They said Jamie so-called didn't hear me the first night, but clearly you did.
When I counseled everything, I let you know, like, you know, if you free or whatever, you know, you can drop through or whatever.
Yeah.
But to my surprise, you know, you had ended up
You
popping
did not
up.
cancel the housewarming. You just uninvited me and Tristan.
No, I counseled the housewarming. I'm moving. I thought I told you that.
I remember something like that.
Yeah,
So
I didn't have a housewarming.
Well, yeah.
You were there. I didn't have a housewarming.
You said what?
No, I was saying that Apollo said that the reason that it's neither here nor there, but Apollo said that the whole maintenance man thing was a really bad lie.
That's not a lie.
That's not a lie.
I'm having to.
I'm really surprised.
I'm having to move.
I'm surprised that he would say something like that, but right after I left your event, he had called me. He was like, "Yeah," he told me that he was gonna tell you about the maintenance man, and I told him that was a really bad lie.
No. And the conversation that me and Apollo had is on film. So, and Apollo's not here, but
Apollo is not here.
he's not here. But I told you what the situation
No, you definitely
was.
told me what the situation was.
So I don't have no reason to lie because it's only been one person in this group that has been in my home had to say that things wasn't up to par or up to their standard. And immediately when he brought up my event that never happened, I knew it was some bullshit then. We have to really
No, I
move.
know that.
I'm moving.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely get that part.
I'm moving.
I get all of it. I was just saying, I just wanted you to know what he said.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's not here. It's here or there. I mean, I told him exactly what I told you, which was the truth. Like, we're moving, I have to move, and that's what's going on. We paid our rent up until like November. So the big issue is they're telling us we have 30 days to move, but they're not giving us our money until the 30 days. So that's like how we want to put in, how we gonna go put in application fees, new deposits and stuff with no money. So, you know, well, without that money, like making things a lot more stressful because we wasn't planning to move. That's why our rent is paid up to the end of the damn year. You know what I'm saying? Because we were planning on being in that situation for a minute. But we doing what we have to do. So this was up with it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely moving. Like that's definitely the case. Honestly, it just felt like a slap in my face again. Like this is another time where I felt like I'm in this circle and I'm being vulnerable with this group of people, and I'm getting slapped in my face for it.
Like that is because we had several events.
I haven't had several events.
Yeah, that's the third one that's been canceled.
I haven't had several events. I haven't had any events.
Exactly.
On this platform.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, because they've been canceled.
I haven't had I haven't planned the event to be canceled.
I thought the housewarming was planned until it got canceled.
That's the only event that I was planning for.
So is it none or is it one?
What I'm saying I haven't had no events.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But
That's
you're
what
saying
I'm
I've had several.
I'm saying you had several events that did not happen.
I haven't had several events.
Yes, you did. You
I
invited me to a hotel and that event never happened.
But that was an event. And it wasn't canceled because it wasn't canceled.
It was not recorded, so it was canceled for
The
me.
interview
It was not recorded, so it was canceled for me.
Well, the interview still happened. It wasn't
I was
canceled.
not invited to an event.
It wasn't.
I was invited to an event.
You wasn't invited to an event.
Sure.
I invited you out.
I wasn't invited anywhere because I didn't end up going anywhere.
Right, I invited you out to have the drinking production council there. So,
But that's it was over an hour late.
I was an hour late, but we were filming
Canceled.
for
AKA
5.
canceled.
You know, feel some type of way about
No, it's not that I feel some type of way. Facts like that.
Obviously.
Well, Malik, it's not that I feel some type of way. I just want you to say what it is. If it's an elephant,
I haven't had an
It's an
event
elephant.
though.
It's an elephant.
What I want you to do is speak properly when you're like.
Wait, speak
speaking.
properly. That I have received invites to
event.
that have not come into fruition. Malik, can I finish a statement? There have been a couple. I got invited to the Claremont.
This the one thing that you have been invited to that production council.
No,
it hasn't been a couple of things.
And I had a housewarming that I got invited to.
Okay.
That's more than one event. That's all I'm saying. I'm not attacking you. I don't know why you feel so defensive towards me.
Because
but
I thought we
want you to
talked about
know-
this. I really thought that we talked about it, and
No,
you said
we
you
did
said your
talk
piece.
about it.
I
All
said
I'm
my
saying
piece.
is there have been events that have been canceled. That's all I'm saying. I'm not attacking you. It's nothing.
Okay. And okay.
Okay. Jamie, you done with your food? You know what else? Did you find your hair?
Okay. How many inches today?
It was short. So you got finger waves today.
But what I do want to know is
What is that?
what wasn't up to par as far as like my home is concerned.
When it came up and when he was upset, I knew that he was going to be upset because, of course, I didn't have positive things to say. But I wanted to know if you really wanted me to take it there. You said what?
What wasn't up to par? What wasn't up to standards as far as my home is concerned?
What was not up to standard? I could not wash my hands in the bathroom. I went to the kitchen. Since you want to go there, I turned the faucet on and it was not running.
Right,
I
the
went to the
faucet
kitchen.
in the.
Are you gonna ask me a question, and now you're going to let me answer the question?
Yeah, right.
Because I thought you asked the question already. I mean, if there's more than I need to listen to, let me know.
I'm listening.
I went to the sink to wash my hands. The sink was clogged up. I went upstairs because the bathroom. The second time I had to pee because I was drinking a lot. The second time I had to pee, I had to go upstairs.
I offered you beverages and food.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And I went upstairs and I definitely evidenced that there was the garbage bag around the shower head.
Okay.
You asked what was wrong and I told you.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions?
Okay. Okay. I did not appreciate, Jerome taking so lightly of the information that I shared with him. Me having to move in 30 days in a city where I don't have any family, I'm not from, that really affected my mental to a whole nother level. The one thing that I really cherish in my life is when my home is taken care of. I've been in Atlanta 3 months. It's some people that's been in Atlanta 3 years. And then furthermore, the scene that you're talking about is, I thought we had talked about that because that's why the Magnus man.
And I just got shaded again. I tried and I just got shaded once again. I just got shaded once again. Since I want to get shaded, because we all know I always say I've been here for 3 years. First of all,
everybody know I've been saying I've been here for 3 years, and I've been saying that since day one.
So since we want to go there,
I
I swear
that was something I said in junk.
Because me and you already asked about the house and the clothes, and I just want to make sure.
But what I'm just saying, I've been here 3 months, and it's just people that's been in Atlanta longer than who I know personally, who is still living on somebody's couch from Birmingham. That's what I'm saying. So I am grateful and thankful for everything that I have. Period. I invited you in my home. I invited you in my home. I invited you.
You asked me what was done. You asked me what was done up the car, and I told you you're not gonna yell at me, bitch. You're not gonna yell at me, bitch.
But I got
You're not gonna yell at me, bitch. You're not gonna get loud. But we're done talking if you're getting loud. We're done talking if you got loud.
What came across me was if the camera wasn't there, I was gonna put him in a coma.
We're done talking if you got loud. Okay, but then stop talking to me. Don't get loud.
There, Malik was getting his moment. Malik always talk about somebody want to have a moment. You was having the moment when you used to say, I invited you to my home. Like you are making a moment. That is your moment. And like, why are you getting upset with Jerome? Like, I still don't get the part where I used to get upset with Jerome because at the end of the day, Jerome did the same thing you did to me at my house.
We can be
Don't
done.
get loud with me.
We can be done.
Don't get loud with me.
We can be
I'm
done.
not your child.
I've learned how to use my words to express how I feel. But I'm a very intense person. I'm a very emotional person.
You're not my child.
So don't get loud with me.
Okay.
Bring it all the way back down.
You can bring it down, Mom.
I will when you bring it back down.
Okay, we can both bring it down.
So bring it down.
We can both bring it down.
Now.
We can both bring it down.
You invite me to your home.
Yes, I invited you to my home. Which I did invite you to my home.
Hold on,
I allowed you in my home. I allowed you in my home. So for you to have anything to say about my house after you popped up uninvited, that is some bullshit because I sat there and I talked to you and I talked to you. And I talked to you.
You gave me a question and I gave an answer. Just like you said, we talked about
and you did.
how he didn't have shit.
And
He got running water.
And you did. And you did. I have running water too.
And one faucet.
I have running water too. And I sat there and talked to you about what I'm feeling like in this moment. Hearing the things that he had to say about things that wasn't up to par in my house when God knows where he stays at. It's like I was on 10. The maintenance man, that's why I'm in the situation I'm in now.
Please!
I don't have a point to prove.
Wait, no, because this is
very
getting too much.
clear.
This is getting
I don't have a point to prove.
Hold on. Where the fuck is this coming from? Like, where is this coming from? Usually I'm not with the fool la la. Honestly, I'm not with the fool la la because any other time that people have gotten into it, we had events and stuff like that, but we're not in an event. So now it's fair ground. It's all play. And so I was really lost. I'm like, why are you, Maliek, and you, Jerome, going at it? One second. Because this is getting too much. This is why. Because one second. Because we got way off track.
You're right.
We got way off track. The banging on the
Still
table.
about to freeze over. But I have learned a lot since I've been here in 24 hours, New Orleans. Talking to Melissa, talking to the next door neighbors where I'm at, talking to the New Orleans people and see how they came from 14 years ago and still are humble and happy, and no matter what they do, they still party,
Have a good time.
and have a good time. So what I want to say about that is, Maliek, whatever the fuck we got going on, that shit can go in the trash.
Actually, I wanted to just address that. And before we even get there, I do apologize for getting loud just then. And I am sensitive when it comes to stuff like that. So like just hearing that it's just scuttlebutt about different stuff. Like I'm like, why would he have anything to say other than I offered him a hospitality I offered this. I'm like anything other than I offered him hospitality, drinks, and food. Like I was just like, it just kind of threw me off. So I can get defensive when it comes to things like that. And I do apologize for getting loud. I do feel like we are two individuals that I felt like when we sit down and I talked to you at my house, we really like. I understood where you were coming from, and I do want to apologize for that. Like, you know, calling you out your name, attacking your character. That I was wrong for that. So I do want to apologize for that.
Are you? Hold up. I don't want to try to catch you up, but I know you got a lot to say. I just don't want to forget my thoughts.
Me and Gerald did have a conversation, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna just take everything he's saying for face value. I'm tired of just going back and forth. You know, the idle threats that he has given out. I'm sick of it. Hopefully we can leave this conversation in the Big Easy and it doesn't follow us back to Atlanta.
Keep it between us, hey. You ain't gotta say a word, girl, your man ain't gotta know about us.
Hey, Kwanzza, what are you doing?
Good, get ready to go out on this day, good. Cute for the peoples. I was just playing for myself, girl. I just felt like I was too big and I just wanted to slim down a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think it going, you know.
It looks good. It looks very good.
Thank you. You see? Boom.
Body.
Boom.
Body.
Boom.
Body.
Hey.
Okay, so what was it like though?
The clothes that I want to wear, I couldn't wear because my stomach was like broke. And that looked so disgusting to me. And so I wanted to do something about it. Anything that I don't like about myself, I tried to do something about it.
Okay.
Like I was in a room, I was in there shaking and I'm like, oh, shall I do this, shall I not? But I overcame it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, what's the next thing you're gonna do? I know you're getting ready for this beach.
I am. I just need to lift in my ass, but they're gonna come next year. You know, now what they did this time, they lipo my stomach and they put it in my hips and stuff. And it's widened out my hips a little bit. You know, I'm kind of feeling it, but I think it should be a little bit, tad more bigger. But he said he didn't want me to go too big, but like just right.
Keep it natural.
Yeah, I told him that I want to look, you know, pretty much still natural, but I don't want to be doing too much.
Oh.
So I like it overall. And right now I still got on my thigh, which I have to wear at least two more weeks. You know, the more pressure that I have on my stomach, you know, the more it go in. I seen him last week. He said everything recovering going good. The couple of stitches that I got in me, that it was dissolve and come out. I couldn't, you know, lay on my side because I had my side pushed out. But eventually I laid on my side, baby. I said, well, if I had to go back and get them pushed back out, or if they don't pop back out, they just ain't meant to be there.
I know they're gonna have you on a workout plan, aren't they? Or you gonna do that for
No,
yourself?
I'm gonna do my own workout plan. I don't need that workout plan. I'm so good for that workout plan. Good, they ain't gonna have me around here be tired and stuff.
So then they change up your diet and stuff too?
I tried to do that myself. They actually gave me a paper where, you know, what I need to go by, but I haven't abided by the rules. I was smoking all the way up to about the week that it came. I know. But I still, you know, was doing it or whatever.
But you look good though. Stand up again.
You want me to twirl?
Yes, twirl. Just twirl.
Dude, he pretty make me fall trying to twirl up around. And and I gotta go out and have drinks with me these before I go.
Okay, so you started back drinking now? Or you ready to get drunk?
Yes, good. I want to see how drunk I can get, because it's been a while since I came out of my surgery. I actually got my surgery done on the 29th of last month. And the pain tolerance wasn't that bad. It was for like 2 days. And then I started popping the pill. I thought I was going to turn to a pill pop.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Good, the pill was so good, had me feeling so right.
Strong.
Man, like I was texting on my phone, the phone fell in my stomach. I was like, oh! Like, it was just that good. Like I was falling asleep out of nowhere.
When we came to visit you, you was just...
Yes. And everybody asked why I'm doing it. Why would the fuck I lay there and get still?
You can't do that. You gotta get up and move
Right,
around.
you got to move around. You got to, keep yourself up and all that good stuff. All that. Pills. Oh, those pills feel so good. I wish I had one right now. But I took all of them. But after that, about a week later, I got up and started doing everything. I just couldn't lift over 10 pounds.
If they are, they'll let you know.
Good, they sure will let me know in the club. I mean, good, I said, I call the bug. Good, I'm thinking about the club so bad. Good, I can't put my shoe on. Good, have I been drinking yet?
I don't know, you tell me.
Good, I think I gotta get that ball up in there. I think so. Well, it was nice, for you stopping by.
I'm getting ready to get you look great.
Thanks, you. I will.
And talking to me too.
Girl, I am.